Good afternoon. My name is Ashley Lacey, and I'm the co-chair of the Legislative Committee with Teresa Winther. And Teresa's not able to make it today, so I'll be taking you through this presentation. The Legislative Committee, one of our main focuses is to advocate for the members of WAMFT and also for the MFT field and the overall health and of our profession in Washington State. And supporting sharing about these efforts today is our lobbyist, Amber Lewis. And Amber has been with us since 2005. And since then, she has helped WAMFT navigate bills and also the regulatory arena in Washington State and the legislature. And she's a very, very valuable part of our team. Today, we will be looking at advocacy that we've done so far in 2023, and then also looking forward to what's coming in 2024. And the first thing we'll do is look at our advocacy goals for the Legislative Committee. We have to have goals to focus our work, and we work because there's so much that we could be doing. And Legislative Committee works with the board, the WMFT board, and also with AMFT to create these advocacy goals. And for 2023 and 2024, we have continued a lot of the previous work we've been doing, and specifically on things like our main focuses are licensure law modernization, looking at threats to the profession, increasing the visibility of MFT statewide, especially with lawmakers, and then making sure that we monitor our fees for the Department of Health and make sure that these don't become a barrier to entering the marriage and family therapy field. We also look at and monitor for telemedicine payment parity, licensure reciprocity, and there will be more coming up on that in the coming months. And we've also looked at the mental health crisis responses, especially the 988 bill that has come through. We continue to look and see if there are avenues for getting MFTs in schools, and then our tier 3 are a couple of items that we've deferred to the next biennium: intern pay, autism diagnosis for MFTs, and then looking at state loan forgiveness. So all of these goals, and especially the tier 1, are what we are looking at each year and to help focus our work. All right. So for 2023, so the next couple of slides are going to have a lot of text because there's a lot that we're looking at each session. But I'm going to say a couple things about what we really focused in on 23. So for our Day on the Hill lobby event, I hope some of you are able to make it. It was a great event where members were able to talk directly with their legislators about issues that are really important to our profession and that affect our profession and our clients. One of our main focuses was the looking at the peer specialist bill, which we consider a threat to the profession. And the peer specialist bill was really aimed at increasing access to behavioral and mental health care services in the state. And while we are in support of that, we also want to make sure that the scope of this particular peer specialist profession was something that didn't threaten the other professions and that was within the scope that made sense for their training level and education, et cetera. So that was one of our main focuses at Day on the Hill. Amber, would you be willing to talk about some of the other things that we worked on?
Yeah, thanks, Ashley. In the next few slides, as Ashley stated, they're really text heavy, but we really wanted to give you a one-stop shop to find a place that you can refer back to on all of the priority legislation that WAMFT has been focusing on. Some of this has already passed and is in law or being implemented across the state. So you'll see bills that have passed, and then you'll also see bills that are still before the legislature. So in the next few months, the board, along with our legislative co-chairs, Ashley and Teresa, we will get together and reprioritize the short session that is coming up, figure out where we best need to spend our time and our energy to make sure that we're influencing the most meaningful legislation that impacts the profession. So we look forward to bringing you a 2024 legislative agenda here really soon.
And then just the last couple of things, like Amber said, all of this this text will allow you to go back and look at all of the bills that have come through and maybe coming through in the future. A couple of other ones that are on here are the 988 bill that I referenced earlier, and then just looking at just continuing to monitor our license requirements and making sure that they're modern and are competitive with the rest of the professions. And so this last slide is a session report that shares a little bit more about the end of the year. So 2024.
Yeah, thanks, Ashley. So in years past, as Ashley mentioned, we've always done a day on the Hill where we bring you, the professionals, to the face of the lawmakers. We discuss the bills that are impacting the profession or impacting the educational opportunities. But unfortunately, we are going into a 2024 that's a little bit unique. There is a lot of construction underway in Olympia. So there are buildings that have been torn down and portables that have been put up. Additionally, there's renovations occurring on the bottom floor of the Capitol, so there's no meeting spaces. And given that it's a 60-day session, we are hearing pretty loud and clear from legislators that they really want to get in and do the people's work and get home. So we are not going to have an in-person day on the Hill, but there will be lots of work to do. So please stay tuned and check your emails for the calls to action that we'll be sending out. We're really going to need folks to be helping us get the message across the state to the lawmakers to ensure that we're protecting the profession, we're advancing the right causes, but we can't do that alone. We really do need each and every one of you. So when you see that call to action, we will use them sparingly, but when you see it, they're really, really important. And we definitely need your help to get these bills over the goal line.
All right. Thank you so much, Amber. And thank you to everyone who has supported us throughout and who's paying attention to the legislation. We'd love to have you join our committee if you're interested. Thank you very much.